All right, replay review. Jest-R or Numeration, whatever, on Tyrael on Cursed Hollow. So you are getting into tanking. You've been asking a lot of more abstract questions, so hopefully looking at this replay will help you learn more about what to be doing. I see Pirate Bear has already been giving you some feedback, so hopefully that is helpful as well. I have not read whatever they're saying. Hopefully this isn't too redundant. Yep. This is quick match, unfortunately. So we're running into probably gonna run into a bit of an issue of there's the correct tanking things to do, and then there's the correct things to do that win the game. And I'll try and highlight both of those viewpoints. And what I mean by that is you're playing in a quick match and you're playing with randoms that probably don't know that much what they're doing. You're a fairly new player, so these guys are also fairly new players, probably. So my guess is everyone's gonna be all over the place. No one's gonna be doing their jobs, and you have like jobs that are just difficult to do in general. You don't have a healer. First of all, I doubt any of these guys are gonna know what an off lane is, so you're probably going to have to pick up minions. You're gonna have to do some stuff, be more self-sufficient, do some things that you would not do normally. I'll try and highlight both viewpoints. This is, what you should be doing here. If everything was going to plan and you're actually able to tank, this is what you should be doing. You are going for the more bruisery, damage-oriented Tyrael build. You've picked Ardent Restoration, which is good. That is going to give you more agency to win the game versus the more supporty playstyle. Yep. Let's get into this here.
Stake. 5, 4, 2, 1.
Alright, yeah. So first off, let's see what you do here. Okay, so you asked the other day, I think yesterday, about when you go mid, should you go sit in a bush? And the answer to that almost always is yes. And this is what you should have done here. As soon as you go to mid, you should have beeline to either for this bush right here or this bush right here. Now, that's just a general thing you should do, honestly, on all heroes at all times. It's always better to be out of vision than to just be sitting in the middle of lane in vision. There's a couple reasons for that. The first is targetability. If you're sitting in the lane right here, someone steps up, they can see you and they can throw damage at you. If you're in a bush, someone steps up, they can't see you, you're out of vision, they can't throw damage at you. But you can still throw damage at them because you can see them because they're sitting in the middle of lane. So it's an asymmetric relationship here. If you're both sitting in the middle of lane, you're both equally vulnerable. If one of you's in a bush, you're no longer vulnerable. The other reason is if you're sitting in the middle of lane and you go to throw damage or CC or whatever at the enemy, they can see you doing it and react to you. If you're in a bush, they can't see you doing it. This is really relevant for some tanks, especially, who have engages that can be responded to. For example, if you're Garrosh, who throws people around, he has to walk up to people to throw them around. If you're in the middle of lane and you start walking at someone, they're going to see you walking at them and they're just going to walk away. If you're in a bush, you can find like a flank where they can't walk away. Maybe you can get around them, or the fact that you're coming out of a bush makes them have less time to react. If you're a Muradin, for example, as a Muradin on the other team, his engage is his skill shot stun a line in front of him, and then he can also jump to a range on screen. So his full engage is usually he jumps on someone and then stuns them. If you jump from the middle of lane, they can see you starting your jump, and they also like know where you are, so they can play around your jump range. Oh, I know Murder can only jump like this far. Let me play back here. If you're in a bush, they don't know where you are, so they can't play around your jump range. They either have to assume you're in the bush and just play away from all the bushes everywhere, or they don't know you're there and they might step up and just get stunned. Stuff like that. Whenever, on any character, whenever you have the opportunity, you always want to be mounted, you always want to be in a bush. Sometimes there's other stuff you need to do. For example, you might need to be clearing a wave. You can't do that in a bush mounted, but if you got nothing else to do, like you do right now, stay mounted and stay in a bush. Because right now, all you're doing is waiting for the minions to come mid, right? There's nothing else you're doing. If you just walk in a circle over here, you're not really doing anything. Yeah, so you just sort of sit in the middle of lane and you let the enemy team just walk all the way up, and now there's someone here. If you were in the bush here, you have a flank angle on them. You could throw your sword, slow them, body block them, and now they're in range for your team to hit. Yeah. So you did throw your sword, you slowed them, but imagine if you were in the bush. Instead of getting the sword there as they're already running away, as they walk up and throw your orb at the wall, you soar behind them. Then you can get a lot more damage. Ditto with this Murden. He just walks up. If you're in this bush, you can start hitting him as he walks up. You can dismount him, and you can sort of force him to back off, rather than letting him just run directly at your team. Because he manages to walk up on his mount all the way up to your, who is this? Your Cassia? Yeah. Then just to walk all the way up to your Cassia and just can find a stun here if he wants. If you're here, you can dismount him and allow him not to do that. That's the main thing that your tanking is supposed to do. Stop the enemy team from doing things and give your team the chance to react. Burden, walking all the way up to Cassia, threatens a stun. And if there's enemies in range, that threatens a kill. If you're here and you get him off the mount, that threat is no longer there. And in fact, now you're the one sort of engaging, in quotes, on him, and your team can hit him. Sneaking some hits in is good. Stack your Ardent Restoration. Keep yourself, keep that ticking as much as possible. Your primary goal is just to clear the wave, honestly. You don't really need to fight. The fighting mid is kind of a trap, usually. You can look to fight if you have especially good early game kill power, or if you have stacks that you need to get. Neither of those is particularly true. Maybe if Imperius hits a spear, Jaina can Blizzard off of it, and there's a kill, but you don't add to that either way. And your team doesn't have anything to really stack. So you're better off just trying to clear the wave with your superior wave clear. Jaina can clear the wave really quickly if she knows to. She probably doesn't. And then once the wave is cleared, that enables your team to rotate around the map. You're playing pretty far back here. Remember, you have Ardent Restoration. You have some insane healing, level 1 here. So if you can brawl a little bit, get that stacked up, and just sort of eat some damage as you clear the wave, that's perfectly fine. Cool. Yep. Go fight the Murden, get him off your team. Good job. Alright, you're doing a whole lot of nothing there. You kind of walked in circles a little bit. You could have auto-attacked the minions to help clear faster. Alright, so the wave's cleared. What is the plan to do? What we should be doing is finding some rotations. Jaina already rotated top, Abathur is catching bottom, so technically the soak is being managed for the entire map. That's okay. And you have another wave coming, so we can clear that. But next time, we try and clear the wave as quick as possible and look for a chance to rotate. You don't really want to be stuck mid. You never want to be stuck in one lane. Especially mid. Mid, if you're like top or something, you can maybe stick around there because there's not as much to rotate to, but mid is the hot spot of the map. You never want to be stuck mid. You always want mid to be cleared ASAP so you have more opportunities to rotate. Go get camps, go contest division towers, look for a gank in a side lane, whatever. Hitting the Murden here doesn't do too much, but it's fine. Because he's just going to regenerate. Yeah, just focus on clearing. You can use your E Smite on the minions. Helps clear them a little faster. Don't be afraid to use your abilities. You're doing... Really, what you're accomplishing is a whole lot of nothing here. You don't need 2 people mid. You honestly could just leave. And let Cassia deal with the wave. I'm not really sure what your plan is. Like, nothing you're good shield on the Cassia to help the follow-up damage. Really good job smiting the Cassia for the move speed. That's fine. I honestly would just look for an opportunity to leave. Like, nothing is being accomplished here. All you and Cassia are doing is sitting mid and clearing the wave as it steps up. That can be done by just one of you. So just leave Cassia to do this, mount up, and go look for something to do. You could try and push out bot. I know Abathur's there, but this siege camp is going to push into him. you can help him out by clearing that. You could go look top to try and help Jaina out in her lane, whatever. And that's both the correct thing in this game and just tanking in general. As the tank, you don't really want to be stuck. Tank is a very rotation-heavy role. You don't really want to be stuck clearing a lane. You want to be off the map, mounted, and able to make some proactive plays. So in this case, the tank play, ideally in this game, you probably have someone who's actually able to clear the wave already. You don't need to go there by yourself. You probably, well, yeah, you probably have someone top as well. Someone clears mid. You and someone else clear mid, mount up, rotate, and go look for like a play top lane. Gank that Asmodean. Sometimes you do stay mid if the rest of your team's doing something. So perhaps if your team's all on camps and you need to just cover a wave while they're doing that, that's perfectly fine. But in this case, Cassia's not doing anything else anyway. Just let her clear the wave. Alright, so you see Murden on vision here. So he might look for something. This is definitely where I'd want you to be mounting up. Honestly, like a few seconds earlier when we first saw him on vision up there. Mounting up and just sort of being in the area so you can respond to whatever he does. For example, like if he goes and invades Imperius, you can help that out. Make sure Imperius wins that fight and maybe get the kill on Muradin. If he goes to gank Jaina, you can help that out, etc. Good job. Yeah. So Muradin did invade the camp. Imperius was able to fight him off. Alright, you don't need to throw your sword there. And your sword actually makes you probably miss the kill on Muradin. So Muradin, let's go back. So you see Muradin walking here. He's coming around this corner. You don't need to throw the sword yet. The sword is your chase. Muradin's already walking into you, and you have a body block. That is, he can't walk through you. So if he's trying to walk this way, and you're in the way, he can't do that. So if you just stay in front of him, so he can't walk away, and you just keep hitting him, that's damage. Eventually, he's going to jump away with his E, and then you throw the sword to slow him and continue chasing him. Throwing the sword here doesn't do much, because you're not going to teleport to this. You slowed him a little bit, but now he's jumped away, and now he's in front of you. If you have the sword, you can throw it on the other side of him, slow him, teleport there, and continue blocking him. So using the sword there probably makes you miss that kill. And there's no kill here anymore. You should be fine. Shields. Yep, teleport out. Nicely done.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my favor.
You're in kind of a bad spot here. You need to clear mid. I would help Imperius clear mid here because he's going to struggle to do it alone. And like at minimum, it's going to take a while, which is going to let your walls take a bunch of damage. There's not much. I know objective is spawning, but it's a solid 15 seconds before that happens, and there's no one really in range to get it when it does. You know, there's 2 mid, you know, there's 2 top. You can see all that on the minimap. So there's 1 person maximum out of vision, which is the enemy Abathur, who cannot contest objective. So actually, if enemies stay where they are, your Cassia just gets objective for free. And you rotating to objective doesn't do anything that Cassia wouldn't do already. What can be helpful is making sure that these 2 stay mid, helping Imperius clear the wave, so Imperius can rotate sooner if needed, and you save wall health, and if these guys try and peel away and go bottom, you can chase them and harass them, and make it so they can't get to your Cassia before she caps objective. Yep, you can go straight for this Alarak here. Nice job, W. I would throw the sword. Do you throw the sword already? Or are you in the process of throwing it? Yeah, you're in the process of throwing it. Good. I would have thrown it a little bit more to the right. So this way, if you teleport to it, you're sort of on his side. You want to be behind him, so he's running through you and you can body block. Tyrael is a very body block heavy tank. Honestly, tanking in general body blocking is a really important skill. Uh, Enemy heroes can't move through each other, so if you're in their path, they have to sort of like go around you. And if you continue to be in their path as they try and go around you, they can't actually move. You probably could have taken that sword, honestly. Yeah, you maybe could have committed to that. I don't know. I mean, I see why you backed off, but you have a lot of healing with Ardent Restoration, which is stacking up. So there's that. You are low health. Alarak maybe kills you, but you backing off you kind of going in and backing off kind of baits your Imperious. If you weren't comfortable continuing to commit to it, probably shouldn't have gone in on it in the first place. Now Imperious is dead. Good try with the shield, though. How about the objective? How it just spawns. There's a spawn here. Cassia clears the wave, which I don't hate. And then, unfortunately, they're able to just peel out of mid. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. You probably should just back here. Yep, good job. You can maybe go for the wave instead as it crashes, but continuing to back is perfectly fine. Just clear the wave. You want Burning Halo ASAP. Burning Halo is your big spike. Again, just throwing the sword in melee range doesn't really do anything. Don't be afraid to just walk up to people and hit them. Save the sword for when they're trying to run away and you need to chase them. Sword is your sort of engage and gap closer. If you're already in range to auto attack them, you don't need to use that. You don't need the I'm trying to say. You don't need the teleport because they're already in melee range. You don't need the slow because you're already hitting them. The slow is more helpful when they're trying to run away. I like that Burning Halo ASAP. That's a big damage spike. Nice. Now you can actually clear waves. And now you're kind of playing more like offline. Don't bother chasing the Murden. If you didn't know, Murden's trait is... Where is he? That out of combat, he gets a crap ton of health regeneration. So any damage you do to him is kind of fake if you don't actually finish the kill. And if there's no pressure on him. So right now, you trade damage with him, he trades damage on you. Eventually he walks away because you don't really have the ability to secure the kill on him 1v1. And then he just regenerates all the health back up. So the time you spent hitting him was kind of wasted. When you could be clearing the wave. Especially if he's not actually really trying to fight you. Now, okay. That was definitely a moment you could have capitalized on. So you see Imperious rotating down. You know he's probably looking at this Alarak, so you can step up a little bit to be in range. As soon as he goes in and lands the spear, that's when you want to throw your sword. And remember, try and step up and throw it to the other side of him, so then you can teleport in and body block him. And if you do that, you might be able to get a kill. Because if you're body blocking and slowing him, Imperious can chase longer and do damage. You're adding damage with your auto attacks and Burning Halo. There's a very real chance you get a kill. And you probably tank a few tower shots to do it, but that's fine. You're tanky enough to do it. You don't care. Sword back here. Teleport in, body block the Alarak, he dies. Very easy body block spot right here. Nothing he can do about it. Going for the Azrael doesn't really do anything yet. Your Imperious is on the Alarak. You can still sword over the wall and help him out. Yeah. And now you're just... See, that's... If you did that when Alarak was here and Imperious was hitting him, That's a dead Alarak. But now you kind of have to back up. Alarak, you and Imperius went on different targets. You went for the Azmodan, Imperius went for the Alarak. The Alarak was the correct choice there for a couple of reasons. One, Alarak is easier to kill. Azmodan just has a fatter health bar. Two, Alarak's, well, I guess as an extension of one, Alarak's also in a better position. You can body block him, prevent him from running away. Azmodan here is harder to body block him in a larger area. And number two, Imperius just can't get to the Alarak as easily, or to the Azmodan as easily. Alarak is right there, you're right there. It's a very easy line of sight. To get to Azmodan, you have to walk all the way around. You can maybe sword over, Imperius can't. Alarak is just easier to kill by all metrics. And maybe you want to stall Azmodan objective, but objective wasn't actually up yet. If we go back, objective hasn't spawned yet. You still have a solid. Yeah, you still have a solid at this point. Right here. Now you still have a solid 2 seconds before objective spawns, then Azmodan would need to channel it for even longer. You definitely have enough time to kill Alarak, and then also throw an ability at Azmodan to stall him. Good job tapping. Yeah, you can just brawl some more. Go for the Ming instead. Yeah, just chase the Ming down. Good sword, but again, try and get it behind them so you can teleport behind them. It doesn't matter as much in Ming's case because she can just teleport out, but just try and get into that habit of throw the sword behind them so you can body block after the teleport. Alright, ways cleared. What are we looking at? There's a couple things on the map. We've got some camps up. We've got Bruiser Camp. We've got Boss, which is potentially an option. We've got Bot Wave, Cassius on top of, so that's probably fine. We've got Jaina being ganked top. She's probably dead. Got a couple enemy camps to take. We could look at Siege Camp, enemy Boss Camp. But what's our priority right now? Probably we're looking at top is the easiest play. You can't get camps that easily. But we do know something's going on top lane. You're probably too late to save Jaina. That play's done by the time you get there either way. Probably Jaina dies once again. But someone's going to need to take over top lane. So let's just head there. Yep, good job. Jaina does in fact die. No, you need to keep going. So this is maybe the arguably the sort of distinction of tank versus correct play. Correct play in this game, someone needs to take care of top. Might as well be you. As a tank, again, you don't really want to be stuck in the lane. Maybe Imperius is better to send off to a side lane, and you can go mid so you continue to have better rotation options. But you're already on the way, and frankly, you're better in the off lane than Imperius is anyway. So now Azmodan just gets free push. You're missing the XP. You're doing nothing mid lane. Still doing nothing. Still doing nothing. Piers is going to camp. You've missed several waves. You missed a whole bunch top though. Abathur does have it eventually. But you could have gotten there faster. You can definitely look at this Azmodan. Okay. This is tank things. This Azmodan's a dead Azmodan. Go back to your point of view. Alright. Imperius is sitting up here. Imperius wants this Azmodan. You should want this Azmodan. Look at this Azmodan. He's defenseless. He's got nothing. He's so far away from safety. You should be looking at him. 100%. How should you be looking at him? You want to get slowing. So what you're probably going to do is you're going to wrap around. You can either go straight up here, sword behind him, body block, and set up for the Imperius Spear, or you can wrap all the way around, go all the way this way, and sort of just walk up behind him and attack him and save sword for if he somehow gets past you. Probably just going straight up is the better option. Running away here sort of seeds the kill. This is like tanking 101. This guy's killable. You want to kill him. There's nothing to do down here. Wasted sword once again. And you're already in melee range to hit him. The sword does nothing. Don't get baited by the increased burning halo damage. It's nice, but the actual value of being able to teleport is way better. That can die. Yep, smite him and just keep pressing buttons at him. Fortunate. So when Alarak, what's that ability? Hear that sound? You hear that sound? You see unstoppable above his head? That is his ult, Counter Strike. He becomes unstoppable and immune to damage for the next 1 second. Afterwards, if he took damage, he does a whole bunch of damage in front of him. So the counterplay to that is A, stop hitting him. Imperius is hitting him anyway, so you can't stop that. And B, get out of the way of his ability. So step to the side, so the burst of damage right there doesn't hit you. If you dodge that, you're like probably at least twice as healthy. Then maybe you can stay in. The other thing you should do when that Alarak shows up, where is he? Here. Is if you still have your sword up because you didn't waste it on Azmodan, you could sword behind him. Doesn't matter too much because he walks into you. Yeah. Yeah, avoiding that counter strike probably means you live. Alright, now we have Judgment. I would have gone on the Alarak instead. Chase him with sword. Chase him with sword. You can sword over the wall there. Okay. So you can definitely get a kill. Yeah. I would be going on... Personally, I would go on the Alarak. They're both about the same health. You have enough damage that you can kill Alarak by yourself with Burning Halo and just sort of like continuing to smack him with auto attacks. Judgmenting Rodin is also fine too. He's the one being hit by Jaina, so you have more helpful damage there. Just, you need to secure the kill by swording over the wall after him. Your sword has enough range that you can go over the wall and chase him down and secure that kill. Top is reasonable. You're going to lose a lot here. Yeah, just rotate top. Or if Jaina's already rotating top, you can go mid, but it's fine. Kill this guy. All right, don't waste sword. Just get behind him. Walk over to here. Sit behind him and just like E auto attack W. Throw your abilities, but save your Q. You don't need to use Q yet. Yep. Very dead, Azmodan. Good job. He's just stuck in a corner. He's not even trying to run. So he dies. Nice. Mid's in trouble. You're just gonna lose all your forts here. Fine. Might be able to get this Alarak. Fine. Alright, what's our play here? Both teams are down 1. Even Talontiers, they're about to hit 13. You just need to do homework, honestly. At this point, the easiest play is we clean up all of our waves, get some camps as we can. So I would be probably running bot to take care of this mess. If Imperius is going, I would maybe hit top to take care of that mess. If Jaina is taking care of top already, I don't know, start siege camp. Alright, Imperius is sending bottom, Jaina's sending top. Here, alright, take care of mid first. Nicely done. Your W doesn't really help you here. Reciprocate doesn't deal damage to minions. Very minor. What you can do if you want to clear the wave quicker is you can just sort of queue in place, and then teleport in place to get increased burning halo damage. I don't know why you're running away. Hit that Murden. Should be just run at that Murden. Yep. Boom. Just keep smacking him.
Danger lurks nearby.
I mean, you have escape options. You can just run him and start smacking people. You don't have to be scared. Hey, smack that guy.
My thanks to you.
She gets out. I was considering saying Judgment Ring, but no. Ming has a very short cooldown teleport ability, so I think she's about to use it as soon as she's not stunned. Yep, there he goes. Oh wait, do you get that? If you teleport to the sword, you get that. You can greed for that kill. She waited a little too long to teleport. Let's see this. W immediately. W immediately, so your reciprocate can go off sooner. E immediately as well, it does more damage. Yeah, take that sword immediately. Her teleport's on cooldown. All you need is like another couple ticks of Burning Halo or an auto attack or something to get that kill. You will be behind fort, but look at your health. You're almost full health. You get the kill, and then you go like over this way. You're out of the fort range. You're fine. You can tank that. You get that kill. Don't be afraid of fort shots. You have the health. You have the health bar to tank them.
My thanks to you.
You also had an Abathur hat on you, which could also have done the damage and allowed you to tank a little bit more.
Talent? Ah, that seems generous.
Forts are not scary. Just dive people. Go on the Alarak. Nice. W. Good. You maybe could have stayed in. W. Good. Yeah.
So close that time.
See that again.
Choose a talent.
Sword Hole, by the way. Sword of Justice. Really fun talent. Works really well in this build. I'm gonna look forward to seeing how you use it. You could have stepped a little bit to the side to try and dodge the Alarak thing, but that's fine. You can, when you're running away, by the way, you can smite yourself. Just Alt-E to get movement speed. Unfortunately, the main flank does you in.
I grow tired of your pit.
I have reformed.
Are they on your boss? You should. Oh, you should check your boss.
I grow tired of your pit.
The pursuit of justice is unending.
Throw like a Q over the wall here to see if they're on it. They're not. There's a Murden though. Go contest him. Oh, you dodged the Alloy Q. Get in there. Q at them. Now that you have Sword of Justice, you can be way more aggro with your Qs. Just like throw Qs at people, teleport in, smack them a couple times, and then reactivate to teleport out. So if back here, Sword of Justice is like the second main power spike for the build. There's Elak. You see he misses his Q. Immediately throw your Q at him. Teleport on him. Just smack him a whole bunch. His Q's down. Most of his threat is now gone. Worst case scenario, if they show up to hit you, you just teleport back out and run away. Like, you have so much sustain and damage threat in your kit. You just want to be like throwing Qs in and trading with people as much as possible with Sword of Justice. Keep hitting him. Keep hitting him. Don't be afraid. You have Burning Halo to heal you up. or you have Ardent Restoration to heal you up. You can go pretty aggro. Kill his house with him. Judgment him. Just judgment him. Nice. He has no escape. Good job not using your Q. Use your Q, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. Good job. Nice find.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute?
Okay, let's look at this. The first thing I'm looking at is trying to find a Q onto the back line just to harass people. Yeah, you can throw your Q a lot further back. You want to get your maximum teleport distance, especially now that you have Sword of Justice and can go just as deep as possible and teleport back out later. So throw your Q as far back as you can, teleport in there, start smacking people. Just keep going. Keep going. Yeah, you need to be more aggro here. Yeah. You need to be more aggro in that fight. And let's go back to the start here.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Throw Q further in, first of all. Yeah, and then just like keep going, start hitting their backline. Make Tyrael, with this build, tanks, quote unquote, by just smacking the crap out of enemies so that they don't have the space or the opportunity to do the same to your allies. You're playing really far back and letting your team sort of go in first and die. And then you're getting hit with like various abilities that make it harder for you to act. You get hit by 2 Alarak Qs, you hit with a boss stun. Not really what you want to see. You just lose here? Not quite. Yeah, we still have plenty of time left. Alright. Q. Q onto the backline here. You're playing so passively. You see guys, you're even talent tier, you've got people near you, and you have sword hold. There's like no danger of you dying. Q as far back as you can, nail Alarak and Ming with your bound by law 65% slow, teleport in, smack them a whole bunch. Worst case scenario, there's 2 abilities that can kill you. There's Alarak's Q, and then there's Murden's stun. If both of them hit you at the wrong time, you can't teleport back. So if you see Alarak start to channel Q at you, he puts that triangle on the ground, then after like a second, it hits you with a silence. Just press Q as soon as you see that triangle about to hit you, and teleport out. If Murden jumps on you and is about to stun you, just teleport out. Otherwise, you stay in there, just keep smacking them, and then eventually, if your health gets low or your timer's about to run out, just teleport out. Just keep doing that. That's your damage trade. You throw Q in, teleport in, smack them a whole bunch, teleport out. Keep doing that until they get low enough for you to finish them off with Judgment.
Gather tribute or face
Q's up in a couple seconds.
the choice is simple.
Q at them. Throw Q at Ming. Rodin also. Yeah, but Ming's also in range and is a lot easier to kill. So what would have been better is if you throw the Q on Ming, you set up for the Imperial Spear, you're already in range to hit her. And then after she teleports away, she's lost some more health because you've been hitting her, you can Judgment to try and secure the kill. But it's fine, you're going on Rodin instead. Keep on him. Nice, you got his jump. You can't jump away. Stay on it. Stay on this. Stay on this. Don't run away. Stop running away. You didn't need the Judgment there, but that's fine.
Fortune to the just.
I would clear the mid wave before you do anything else.
Your core is under
Your team has Alspadan. Good call. You're not needed there. Clear wave. Nice. Mid works fine. What you could have also done is go for the tribute. It's kind of illegal that right here there is 2 enemy players dead, and one of them on the map who's about to die, suiciding for the keep. So in a second, there's going to be 2 enemy players alive. One of them's Abathur, who's not actually a body. So 1 enemy player alive, and they're going to get the curse. Honestly, you could have let your team handle Azmodan and just ran top. They can test the curse. What is there going to be, a Ming? Who cares? You beat the crap out of her.
The enemy is attacking your core. Keep
Like, yeah.
lost.
Like that 3 enemy players down. You're all alive, and they still manage to channel tribute is kind of criminal.
The curse falls upon you, heroes. Will you survive?
I'm going to pull back for now.
Alright, what are we doing? Bot's gonna need to be cleared in a little bit, but it's fine right now. You're down 20s, you don't really want to fight. If you can find a isolated pick, that's fine, but focus on clearing your lanes. Cassia's got bot, Jaina's got top. Nice, just clear the lanes as they come in. You do have numbers advantage if you find anything. So you could probably kill Ming, by the way. She's being really ballsy. Judgment her. You judgment her, you smack her a little bit. When she teleports away, you throw Q after her. You've wasted Q on something. But anyway, when she teleports away, you throw Q after her. It slows her. You teleport in, so it slows her a second time. You tried to Q her there. Just judgment her again. Like, she's so far up, there's no... At this point, you can be pretty confident there's no one around her because you haven't seen anyone. So just, like, start judgmenting her. You set up for Imperious to stun, even better. Like, she's playing with fire here, and you have a point-and-click stun. Now there's a murder here, now it's a little more tricky. Oh, teleport in. You have Sword Hole, Sword of Justice. Just teleport in and run at her for a little bit, then teleport out. See, you waited too long to teleport in. Now you've teleported it in, but the timer on your Q ran out, so you don't have the escape button anymore. Doesn't really matter, they're not punishing you for it, but yeah. Good dodge on the Ming abilities. Nice, yeah, just trade with them. Alright, yeah, you challenge Judgment there. Probably a bad idea. You don't need to. And you're... who did you channel on? Was it on the... If it was on the Murden, that's definitely a mistake. I can't even tell who you tried to channel on. If it's on the Murden, that's a mistake because you're already hitting him. If it's on the Alarak, I can maybe see that. But... eh. And now you're just taking a bunch of damage. How much does this one to the Ally Cat? I don't get that much. So the counterplay there is what you should have done. Like, the trading is good here, the trading is good here, the trading is good here. You don't need to throw your Q. That's one thing you could do better. Again, you don't need to throw your Q in melee range. Stop doing that. Ally out of the bush kind of sucks. I don't think it's unreasonable to say dodge that combo. So you get hit. If you have your Q, you can teleport out.
A shame. You were so close.
For what it's worth, I know a lot of people she'll reciprocate on level 4, but I do really like Divine Vigor just for extra healing. It's a lot of extra sustain.
Your core is under attack.
Now I think you just
The
lose.
pursuit of justice is unending.
Not quite yet. All right, Cassia's got mid.
The enemy is attacking your core.
Don't. This is looking like you're flaming your team, which is never going to lead good things. Where did you use your Q before? Why is it down? Ah, you just put it down. So, if you want to use your Q to wave clear, throw it down, then immediately teleport to it. So you get the increased burning halo ticks. Then wait like a second, well 2 seconds. So the increased tick zone's out. Then teleport again with sword hole. So you get a total of 4 seconds of increased ticks. You could have gotten way more damage on the wave if you did that. Instead, you got like just the 2 seconds. You didn't teleport a second time because it ran out. Shield yourself, move speed yourself. Need to juke the stun. There's a kill, but there's a kill opportunity here. Just go on the Alarak at this point, honestly. No, you have the range to get to the Alarak. This guy's super tanky. He's not going to die. Maybe he does if he messes up real bad, but doubtful. Like, honestly, when Alarak steps up, like right here, you can go on him if you're looking at it. I doubt you see it. Yeah, he's like all the way up here, but if you're looking at him, that's the judgment target. He's easier to kill and he's more high value. Alright. I do not think you actually got any value with your level 13 talent. You were not using it. Like the couple times you teleported back with it, but it didn't do anything. The way you want to use Sword of Justice is, again, you throw it at people, you teleport in, you smack them, and then you teleport back out. So you're taking very non-committal trades. You go in with your self-sustain and your damage, you do a little bit of damage to them, you have your Ardent Restoration ticking up, so whatever damage they do to you doesn't really matter. Then you teleport out before they can actually like turn on you and deal meaningful damage and kill you. My number one tip here, though, is you just need to be more aggressive. So many times you're not going for those trades. Tyrael with this build is a very damage trade-oriented hero. You always go in, you always throw damage at them, you heal more than they do, or generally. And you just keep doing that until they eventually run out of resources and die. So you should constantly be looking for opportunities to just like hit people. You played very passively a lot of the times this game. And when you did throw sword, that's the other thing, yeah. Your Q usage could be a lot better in that when you're throwing Q to chase people, try and throw it behind them so that when you teleport, you body block them. Or at the very least, can hit them for longer before they move away from you. Is number one. And then number two, don't throw your Q just like directly on your feet. Save it for when enemies are running away and you can throw it at them from a distance to slow them and get the teleport to chase them. When they're already on top of you, you're already hitting them. You don't need them to be slowed. You don't need to waste your teleport. The one exception, I will say, is there's a little combo with Judgment, Sword of Justice, and Bound by Law. Bound by Law procs when the sword lands or whenever you teleport. So what you can do is you can Judgment someone, throw Q directly on them to slow them for increased damage, teleport after a second to refresh the slow and give yourself increased burning halo procs, and then teleport again after another second to refresh the slow again and refresh your increased burning halo procs. And that's like your sort of maximum follow-up damage because they're slow, they can't walk away, and they're getting hit. So let me actually show you what that looks like real quick, just for funsies. You don't want to do that all the time, but sometimes it's fun to do. Actually, I can also just show you sort of the theory of what we're going to do with Tyrael. Let's go to level 16, yeah. Let's get this out of the way. Get rid of the enemy. There's an Arthas. Make it someone easier. So an ally I can. Alright, so we got Ardent Restoration. Go Reciprocate. That's what you went. There we go. So general gist is, where's my enemy Alarak? There he is. I see a bad guy. I'm gonna throw my Q. teleport in, smack him a whole bunch, and then as my timer runs out, I'm just teleporting out. So now I've done a bunch of his health and damage, and I'm perfectly fine. Now, this is like stupid AI. It's suiciding to towers right now. It didn't hit me, so it probably would have done more damage to me, but that's the gist. You teleport in, press your buttons, attack a few times, teleport out. And that's kind of all there is to it. That's your strategy after level 13. And if you see someone and you want to like try and full one-shot them, Judgment, teleport, teleport again. Let me show that more in slow motion on a training dummy. So we're going to Judgment them, then we're going to throw Q like a little bit past them to slow them. We're gonna go away. We're gonna wait a second. Oh, here, let me get you out of here. Yeah. So we're going to Judgment them. We're gonna throw Q a little bit past them to slow them. Then we're gonna teleport to Q like maybe after a second to refresh the slow from the level 16. We're gonna hit them a couple more times. We're gonna teleport again with Sword Hole to refresh the Q again from the level 16. And all the while, since we've teleported, we're getting increased Burning Halo procs. So it looks something like this. There you go. It's usually not it's going to one-shot someone, but if someone's like half health, that might be able to kill them. The danger with that is you don't have your Q to chase them. So a lot of the times you do just want to Judgment, hit them, and then save your Q to chase them. Like, Judgment, let me press all my buttons. Oh, they've run over here. Let me Q over to here. Continue the chase, and try and kill them. That's kind of what I wanted to show you. The general gist is you just need to be more aggressive, especially past 13 when you have Sword of Justice. Get in there, throw some damage. I let the timer run out, but yeah. One thing you can also do is the sword switches with your location. So if you throw Q in, teleport. If you throw Q in, then move back. The sword is going to be in a safer location, so if you take a second to move back, your teleport is going to be a lot safer and harder for enemies to camp. Right. That is pretty much all I have. Hopefully this is somewhat helpful. Hopefully Pirate Bay's comments also helpful. I don't know what they talked about, but I hope this isn't too redundant. Always, if there's any questions, feel free to let me know. Hopefully you can put this to use in future games, and yeah, don't be afraid to post more replays. We have people who love nothing more than to yap about HOTS, and will gladly look over them and yap as I'm doing. I don't know what the runtime of this video is, but probably too long. Yeah, good luck.